Hey guys, hey YouTube, hey Facebook. I'm Ashley and this is The Remix. And today I want to talk to y'all about depression and identity crisis. Because if you have alopecia, there's a good chance you are going through both. So, I also want to try this really awesome vegan green today. I haven't tried a color this kind of crazy in a while, so bear with me. I don't know how it's going to go, but we'll find out. So, normal depression, everyone sort of understands, but depression from alopecia is a completely different thing. You're mainly depressed because you no longer recognize the person that you once were. You get depressed and feel like a shell of your former self. Oh, that's quite pretty. Wow, it pops. This is the vegan palette. Anyway, so an identity crisis. I used to be the kind of person that I was very outgoing. I was always the life of the party. I was that girl, that always had like the cute clothes and this beautiful blonde hair. And I used to model. Like I used to do like local modeling. So I was always that like sort of, I was used to feeling good about myself. And I was that it girl, that outgoing person. And because of alopecia, I found myself withdrawing. I didn't want, the more the hair came out, I didn't want people to know. I didn't want people to know. So I started cutting off friends or just conveniently not going to things. Excuse me, drop my glasses. I'm blind as a bat, y'all, by the way. This green is actually really pretty. I think I'm going to top it off with gold. So I stopped going to things and I became a recluse, like a shut-in. I thought, like the first time I had alopecia, I was young and it came back. So I thought, well, maybe this time it'll come back and I can just sort of hide and get through it without anyone noticing, and I don't have to really make a big deal about it. So I just sort of started hiding out of that, and that was a valid excuse. And I became this Howard Hughes recluse of a person. It's not that like I slowly got petrified of people recognizing me, going outside, ridiculous things like that. But the reason that happened is because I went through an identity crisis. And the only way I can describe this to somebody that hasn't experienced it, going totally bald, it's like, the only example that I can think of is if you were to take someone against their will, drug them or something, put them to sleep, shave off all of their hair, change their clothes, put them in stuff that is not theirs. Do you know what I mean? Like, just change their whole identity, strip them, of everything that is theirs, then put them in a bed and let them wake up and go look in a mirror. They would absolutely have a nervous breakdown and identity crisis. It's going to happen 100% of the time. And I'm just saying that from nowhere. My background is actually in psychology, for those of you that don't know. I went to grad school for that. So I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. So when your hair just all of a sudden falls out, the people around you may say, "Oh, you don't look any different to me. You look the same. You're the same." But to you, you're looking in the mirror and you're thinking, "This is not me. This is not who I am. Who is this person?" Like, let me show you. For example, this is a picture of me and my husband. Oh, he's so cute. Look at my beautiful blonde hair. Yeah, I look like a completely different human being to myself. That's how I knew myself for, until I was 34, 33, 34 years old. And now I'm 36, about to be 37, and I'm still trying to come to grips with who this person is. Because no matter how many people in your life, and they're well-intentioned, tell you, okay, let's do some gold with this, that you're beautiful and that, that they don't see it. What matters is what you see. What matters is what you think of yourself, at least to me. Like, people can tell me all day long, like, "You're beautiful to me. I love you the way you are." But if I feel like crap inside, well, what good is that gonna do? So, you have to start finding, let me see if I can get this gold. You have to start finding ways to try to discover your identity. And it's hard. I'm in the process of doing it right now. Let's see what this gold looks like, if this is gonna look crazy. Let's see. Okay. That's very pretty. I'm not putting on my base makeup, my foundation yet, because I'm gonna let the fallout with this crazy of a color, if there's any sort of there. So also with becoming a recluse, 2020 has really helped us with this, guys. It's really helped us to become a shut-in because it's facilitated it. People are telling you to stay in your home. So you're like, okay, I can just stay here and this will be my little secret and nobody will know. And maybe overnight something will happen and I'll magically start growing my hair back and then I won't ever have to have mentioned it. Yay. Like, of course, that's what we all hope. That's what I hope. But the reality is, for some, it grows back, and for some, it doesn't. For me right now, I'm taking Vytorin, which is a cholesterol medicine, and Allegra, which is anti-inflammatory, antihistamine. And I have a tiny little patch. I'm a child of the 80s. I have chickenpox scars, but I have a tiny little patch growing. I don't know if it's organically growing or if it's from the medication. But I will follow up with you all after I see my dermatologist next. And I've been to every doctor you can think of. And the fact that we don't have a specific doctor of like autoimmune disorders, to me, is baffling. Okay, let's do some green on the underlid. So yeah, the 2020 lockdowns have made it really easy to shut yourself inside your house, order everything off of line, and just say, oh, I'm just gonna stay at home, and be that hiding kind of person. But that's not good. And that leads to severe depression. Being locked inside, that has been proven. It's a psychological torture. It's one way that people have actually used psychological torture in the past, like shaving people's heads and putting them in isolation. It's something straight out of like Nazi Germany. So Of course, that's going to make you feel more depressed and more, I don't want to get out of bed. And like me, I don't want to put on makeup or take a shower or leave the house or even check the mail. Just little things. So we can't let ourselves fall into this trap. Even though it's really easy. Some days I do still, but then the next day I pick myself up and I say, not today. Not today, Satan. Anyway, y'all probably think I'm insane. This color on this vegan palette is called Earthling. This pretty green. Ooh, look at that, y'all. That is something. And compassion and equality. Or those are the name. This is compassion up top. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's hard not to recognize yourself. It's, please, by the way, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so that I can go live, so that I can interact with y'all, because that's really fun. So please like, subscribe, share, all the things that you can do. Please do those if you will, if you don't mind. I would really appreciate it. Okay, back to my makeup brushes. Check these out, by the way. They're mermaid tails. My best friend in the world got me these last year. And keep your makeup brushes clean. I mean, you don't have to be like crazy nuts about it, but it's important. So, identity crisis, how do we get over it? Well, for me, since I had stopped putting on makeup, some people wear wigs. And that really helps. For me, I don't really have that option right now for 2 reasons. One, they really, really itch. They really bother my scalp. Let's see. And 2, I have a toddler and he will just pull it off. And also he's used to seeing me without it. And so when I put something on and he hasn't seen it, it freaks him out. That's my dog, George. George. Sweet George. It's okay. That's my dog, George. But anyway, lockdowns. So to get over it, I started putting on makeup, started making myself have a routine, get some fresh air, do little things to make yourself want to get out of bed, make yourself want to laugh every day. Even if it's just like pulling up a meme first thing in the morning. You could ask my husband, that's what I do. Like the first thing in the morning, I look for a funny meme and then I laugh really hard and then I get out of bed. Because otherwise, everything in the world is crazy right now. Sweet baby George, do you mind until I finish this? Y'all, I have the sweetest 2 Boston Terriers in the whole world. Let's go with a red. Let's see, that's too light. But they are a mess. Total mess. That is too orangey. And let's see. Oh, I think this will be great. Okay. Got my eyebrows. This is my look, guys. If you don't recognize yourself and are going through depression, identity crisis like I was, and are going through, be strong. Love yourself. George, hush, please. Love yourself. But seriously, start doing little bitty things, incremental, small little things to make yourself feel better, because it really will help. I love you guys, and until next time, see you later.